Yeah, welcome to it being cold all the time. Alright, well, screen looks good. Tokens
So-
look good.
Basically 8 months of the year for me?
Oh god. Today I've brought you all here together to start your own story. I've given you a little bit of an idea about the premise of the world and at least some of your goals going into this. But as we start the session, I'm going to talk a little bit about Arctis in general. And then I want you to have your character sheets on hand because we're going to talk about your magic items. We're going to talk a little bit about your character choices and any sort of changes you may have made between session 0 and now. And then we'll just go over some relatively basic things like character movement and making sure you can see things that you are supposed to see. So here on our little landing screen, I hope everybody can see your own characters. The game is paused, but looks like the gang's all here. Just want to confirm that everybody can see that you are all standing in a snowstorm, and you can see your tokens.
Yarp.
Yar.
Yarp, yarp. All right, many yarps. Good. Now, you don't need to have your character sheet open on D&D Beyond, necessarily. You can have your character sheet open native within the game, and I find this to be the best way to go about it, because everything that is in Foundry right now is considered gospel. This is your truth, so everything is going to live here and not on D&D Beyond. I only use D&D Beyond to help you facilitate the character leveling process, so don't rely on it to keep track of your items and things like that. So you're going to do all that in-game. If you want to open your character sheets now in-game, you just double left-click on your token. And on the top of the screen, if you want to pop it out into another window, just hit the words that say pop out. I usually like to keep your character sheet on another screen, and then the VTT in front of me when I'm playing. It helps keep combat and decisions go faster, and I can read my stuff while I'm moving my token around the canvas. So don't be afraid to pop anything out into another window. So I hope you all have picked out 3 rare magical items that you think would enhance your character. Either it fits into their backstory, or you feel like it's a good fit for your kit, or you just want something that'll allow you to do extra damage in combat. That's also totally fine. But I hope you sent me 3 things, or at least I hope you have them ready, because I'm going to pick one of you. We're going to talk about your magic items and a little bit about your character and how each of those things would fit into your kit. And then as you're describing that, everybody else kind of gets an idea of, what you're going for with your character. And hopefully, you all can work better together in the end. Let's start with our resident person who said he has played a lot of D&D. We'll start with Sindri Belfris. Sindri, tell me a little bit about the 3 magical items that you chose to enhance your character.
Okay, I chose the Stirring Dragon Touch Focus. Being a gem dragonborn, it would be something that was passed down from his family throughout the generations and gives the magical bloodline their power. The other one is a Bloodwell Vial, which has the useful benefit to enhancing the magical powers that sorcerers contain, and letting them use their abilities much farther than they could normally. The third one is the Astral Shard, which also works with their meta magic and their magic twisting abilities, help give a focus for the sorcerer's magical energy.
All right. All of those very good and interesting choices. The Dragon Touch focus, actually in another one of my games, another one of my players has this focus. And I think it's pretty cool. However, this Bloodwell vial is also pretty interesting. And you decided on a sorcerer rather than a wizard, correct?
Yes.
Smasher, I will give you the Astral Shard as your item.
Damn.
We will go with that, so I will actually give that to your character right now. Cody, let's talk a little bit about your choices for, and I'm sorry, can you tell me your character's entire name, please?
Sure. So his birth name is very long and not important. You can call him Montgomery.
Hi, Montgomery.
His birth name has not been spoken for over 6 years, so it's alright. He might not remember it. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? The items that Montgomery wanted to take along, in his time of working with the Fae, he realized they like to play tricks, and one of the items that he would like to bring along is a gem of seeing.
Mm-hmm. Tell us what the Gem of Seeing does.
So the Gem of Seeing is a gem that has 3 charges. As an action, he will speak the command word of the gem, and for the next 10 minutes will gain true sight out to 120 feet when looking through the gem.
Okay. Very potent.
It's tricky Fae. They like to play hide and seek. It's a
We
good
do.
way to actually win.
I like
So
this.
the other items were an option to take as to whether he wanted to heal the nature he found or if he wanted to protect it with force. So it is a choice between the Staff of Swarming Insects or the Staff of Healing.
Okay. Staff of Swarming Insects or Staff of Healing. Okay, one is self-explanatory. The other, also kind of self-explanatory, but why Staff of Swarming Insects?
The Staff of Swarming Insects would make perfect sense to him as being part of the Circle of Shepherd. And it would allow him to empower some of the possibly weaker creatures of the wilderness and allow them to fight back when they might usually be outnumbered or outstrengthed. Or overpowered in some cases, if you like common parlance.
Maybe I do.
The Staff of Healing would simply be to help with restoring, whether it be animals, people, what is broken can be fixed again. And so that would be the option for the Staff of Healing.
Do you see your character being more of the healer type role in this party? Because I don't know how much you all have talked amongst yourselves regarding your party formation. So have you guys discussed this, or are you guys just going in kind of like YOLO swag 420, I'm gonna make my own man, I'm strong, independent, dragonborn who don't need no man?
Might have been a little column A, a little column B. Just knowing that we have a lot of explosion and not a whole lot of fix when explosion no worky. That's why I left the Staff of Healing as an option. Because we really have myself and a cleric. So
Well then I guess
And a ranger.
and potentially a ranger. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so the
Depending
healing
on
side,
because it sounds like Macbeth's choices are bow, followed by potentially bow. So I don't think he's going to be doing a lot of healing.
I use the spell slots on something.
yeah, more
No,
damage.
I'm gonna have a sword and bow.
Sounds good.
Yes, damage.
It doesn't heal.
Not for heal.
I stab you to health.
Well, let's not forget the rule that more DPS does mitigate future damage, thus does contribute to healing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Montgomery. I am actually going to skip ahead to Gim before I give you your item. Taj, tell me a little bit about the 3 magical items that you chose for your character.
The first one I chose was the devotee sensor. It was just something I could use as a symbol of just for my faith for the forge.
Mm-hmm.
The second one I chose was the belt of dwarven kind. So, because in my family, whenever we try to make, we had to earn our surnames, we have to go and craft something to represent us. And the belt of dwarven kind, so I could talk with other dwarves and learn more from them about it. Because I'm a young dwarf, I'm barely an adult, so I could use that to go and talk to other dwarves and other places. They would teach me things.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was the all-purpose tool. It's so I could use it if I wanted to craft something. I don't have to carry a bunch of tools around. I just have this one magical tool that will help me whatever I need to do. If I need a blacksmith hammer or a screwdriver or a pair of pliers, it just becomes what I need when I need it.
Hmm. I like that. You know what? I'm gonna give you the tool.
Dankeschön.
Now, Yim, as the resident cleric, it is probably a good idea to let your party members know just how focused on healing you want or don't want to be, so they can prepare accordingly.
Okay. I do want to keep people from dying. I'm not trying to let anyone die. But if you go and stick your hand in a random hole, I'm gonna laugh at you first and then pat you up.
Okay, that's totally fair. So he's gonna have healing capabilities, but if you're a dumbass, he will allow you to learn a lesson out of it. All right, very good. I totally need another drink. Let us. We will skip poor Amumu. Raffaella, what 3 magical items did you choose for your character?
I picked Wand of the War Mage, or Staff of the Woodlands, or the Wand of Fireballs.
Staff of the Woodlands.
Yeah, that one sounded interesting.
You said a wand of fireballs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, the classic. So, Wand of the War Mage, you get to make your spell attack bonuses a little more potent. And also, a little more accurate. How would this fit your character?
Well, she does like to be accurate, and she really likes to always seem like she knows more than what she does. So yeah, I think that would fit her pretty well.
And let's see, Staff of the Woodlands is also a very interesting choice.
Yeah, I read what it did and it sounded interesting.
It's got a lot of stuff wrapped into it, but now this is a stark contrast to the Wand of Fireball, so tell me how this would fit your character.
Well, the Staff of the Woodlands would fit her because she likes to, it helps with her to talk with the animals, it helps her to do a lot of things to help our group with different stuff.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is a very sneaky way for me to also test my sound levels and level you guys out on the back end while I'm tweaking stuff.
Is there any way you can turn my music down? Because I can barely hear Rihanna.
You can turn your own music down if you on the top right hand corner of your screen inside of the VTT. There's a little music note, and if you click on the global volume controls, you can turn that stuff down.
All right, thanks. Looking.
Now, wand of fireballs. Exploding. Talking with animals. Or accurate magic. You know what? I'm going to throw a little bit of chaos in here. I'm going to give you the wand of fireballs.
Fire.
I mean, it is the greatest non-cantrip spell.
I mean, it really is. And sometimes I just want to see the rest of the party burn.
Please.
How are you? You have so many daggers in your pockets, Rena.
I know, I just threw a bunch of stuff in there because I did not know what the fuck I was doing, honestly. So I figured it was better to have more and let you take it away.
Oh my god, there's like a
and not
million
keep
magic
anything.
items in here. This is hilarious. Okay, I
I have so many rings. You
What is
said put a ring on
happening?
every finger, so I was like, fuck yes.
You have so many. You have 3 backpacks. Where are you camping?
Wherever I want.
Wherever you decide
I
to
didn't
live.
know how to
Apparently,
clean them up, and I was like I told you, I just would rather have too much right away and have you just take shit away than be like, oh, here's your fucking wand. See
yeah,
you.
apparently you came prepared.
I
Your
did.
bags are full. All right. Your wand of
Prepared
fire.
for everybody.
Like literally everything. All right. And you are good to go. Last but not least, we return to Macbeth. Have you decided on your rare quality
All right,
magical item? Hit me.
Yeah, I thought there were 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, hit me with them.
Yeah, I picked 3. Hold on, the page is loading now.
Tell me your first magic item that you would like, Macbeth.
Well, there was a corpse slayer longbow, a corpse slayer light crossbow, and then a corpse slayer longsword. Because his favorite thing to kill are the undead.
I see. A very pointed purpose in life. Nothing wrong with that. But since you are a ranger, I
He
feel
doesn't
like
really hunt them, but if he comes across them, it's his favorite meal.
meal. That
Yeah,
gross.
he'll eat people
Oh,
if he has to. Yeah.
oh my!
He's a
that-
dragon. He does not care.
I'll give you the corpse slayer longbow then. Actually, did you want a longbow or did you want a short bow?
No, longbow. He's good at a distance.
All right, I will give you a corpse slayer longbow. One moment, please.
And if I could, pretty please, the crossbow is for up close and personal. Like 10 feet, 15. Oh, just one?
I will give you a hand
All right.
crossbow, but it will not be corpse slayer.
Okay.
Let's see, corpse slayer, longbow. There you go.
It's not to say that you
Yeah,
can't.
his favorite
play
tool to
along.
use is going to be the longbow. Because he's, at heart, he's a pussy.
Are you saying longbows are for pussies?
No, but he can kill at a distance. He doesn't have to get close and personal.
I think that's just smart.
He doesn't prefer the finer things, like looking a man in the eyes and telling him, "I won."
Blood on your hands.
If he's
Just
close
wave from
enough
a
to see,
distance.
then he's dinner.
All right, everybody, we got an actual cannibal in the party. Actual cannibal.
But if he's eating like undead like humans, is that really cannibalism?
It's
That's
He
also
would have
it's-
to eat Dragonborn.
Yeah, that's probably true. But if he eats undead dragonborn, I don't know. Is that at that point? Is that just like lizard jerky? It's gross. I'm
Well,
grossed
let's
out.
classify it. Undead,
Mhm.
dead, newly dead, undead is his favorite meal.
So you're like a carrion eater.
Oh yeah, so he likes them like
Oh, yeah.
freshly
Yeah.
hit by the
They have to
car
be,
roadkill.
Right. Tender, a little sun dry.
Gotcha. All right, a little bit of swelling. Sitting out in the sun
You're
too
about to
long.
sit here on the
Gotcha.
couch next to him. Jesus Christ.
Gross. All right. Well.
He learned all this while he was on the road.
All right. Well, we got the cannibal. We need more mirthful music now, as opposed to the overly dramatic Arctis music. All right, everybody is fully equipped, hopefully, and ready to potentially begin adventuring. I am going to...
Excuse me, so you know.
Yeah, oh, I forgot your last item! I did! Hold on, back to not so mirthful
look,
music.
we
skipped.
said we'd come back to it.
I
You just
did.
never said when.
Next year?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna give you the insect staff.
Perfect.
Staff of swarming insects. I can do that. Alright. I'm going to, real quick, get everything ready for the next scene. I am going to, take about 2 minutes, go grab another drink. We're gonna get loaded into the next scene. I will give you all a lovely description of your story so far, and we will begin playing. So I'm gonna give, say, be back in about 3 minutes or so. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yee, be right back.
Be right back.
Yep.
Welcome, everybody, to your first session of Arctis Reflection. As some of you may have guessed, this is a story about looking inwards, about dreams, and potentially figuring out problems that occur within one's mind. You all have journeyed to this magical polar region called Arctis. Arctis is home to 6 fantastical regions, each with a very unique atmosphere and feel to it. And whether you're from southern, faraway continents, looking for adventure or for gold, or you're an Arctis resident, merely looking for purpose in life, or have heard the calling, something has brought you all together today. It may have been a portent, or a dream, a vision, or perhaps a spirit or ghost whispering into your ear. A persistent thought of snow and ice, driving you all ever forward and ever north. Without being entirely sure of what you all were seeking, you knew your routes were true, regardless of how dangerous and how inhospitable the environment around you became. And just when you thought your energy would be spent, you found yourselves on the stoop of a warm hearth. Food shoveled into your hands, warm blankets wrapped around your shoulders. Whatever had driven you into these snowy northern lands was finally at bay. You had arrived at your destination. There were others with you, like you, confused, wondering why they were there. But all of you, as you discussed amongst yourselves, realized you had one thing in common: that there was some sort of inexplicable drive bringing you to the northern parts of Arctis. And some of you dreamed it, and some of you may have seen it in a vision. There was a person that greeted you inside this warm, inside this warm tower. And they had introduced themselves as a moon sage, explaining to you your situation. There was a problem in the dreaming, and you, being sensitive to the dreams, were suddenly and inexplicably drawn to its call. As the moon sage was speaking, they wanted to inform you that your dreams were not just merely passing thoughts or something implanted into your brains by a malign entity, but a calling or a cry for help. The moon sages had pledged their lives in order to heal damaged minds and put nightmares manifest to rest. The dreaming, normally controlled by the Fae, was becoming unstable and erratic. And the moon sages were doing all they could to protect the entrance and exits to the dream. They could not do it alone, and they needed your help. And in return, they would offer you a warm bed, coin, an opportunity to learn, a place to call home, or even a family or friends that you could rely on. And for a time, you trained. You and your newfound friends trained together in this sanctum of the moon sages, learning how to focus your dreams, to be able to follow them and track them, like a hunter following tracks in the woods. Guided by these sages, it would allow you to step foot into the dream and defeat nightmares that have been roiling around in the space between thought and ephemera. The moon sage had warned you all that the dream was very much real, not just a figment of the imagination. And that if you were to venture deeper into the dream, the dangers that would await you would be very tangible, very real. For if you were to potentially perish in the dream, you would be afflicted with such a mental malady that would essentially render your character unplayable. If you die in the dream, you die IRL. And everything that you do, and everything that you may call into form or function in the dream, is very much tangible. So consider everything that you do to be real. The moon sages had created this order. Order to those called by the dream. The Order of the Lucid Crescent. A thin blade to cut at the nightmares. And you, the hand of these dream-delving sages, are tasked with destroying nightmares that have become too strong and potentially threaten to manifest themselves into reality. We will begin on your 3rd month of training within the Order. You have not delved into the dreams of others yet, but merely overanalyzing your own with the help of the Moon Sage. Today was a day of celebration, where you all were to officially be grouped up with others from the Order in a sort of magical strike task force in order to further tackle and delve into the realm of nightmare. With that intro, I will allow you all first, before you dive into role-playing, to ask any questions about the prompt or your purpose or the Order. To give you just the brief recap of all the blah that I just spouted out. You all were drawn to this place through dream, or vision, or portent. And there were others like you that became a part of this Order, dedicated to defending the dreaming.
Question about the visions or
Yes.
the dream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is our personal deities who are giving us a dream, or is it an outside source who's giving us these visions?
It can be anything you feel is appropriate for your character. So it can be your considered deity giving you visions of this particular need. That would absolutely fit. It's just whatever you feel brings more flavor to your character. The calling can manifest in many different ways.
That's what I'm just asking. So it's something our personally vision. It's not like there's a dream king, like the Sandman calling us to help.
No, not one central person. Just an urge, like an instinct. You know, like a bear going upstream and fishing for salmon. Did anyone else have any questions about the prompt or the setting?
Am I always bunking with who that?
I mean, that's entirely
Trouble.
up to you.
Trouble in Paradise already?
No, I just thought it was funny. I woke up and like this giant barbarian sleep in his bed.
I'm good.
We will.
I'm all good. My guy's a wanderer anyway.
All right, very good. Now, we will start with everyone waking up to Baju immediately start rattling the doorknob. Let me out!
I'm an early riser. I need to get to work.
The barest hints of morning light are coming across the horizon. However, it is still relatively dark. Each of you do have a key to your room, and if you wish to exit, you may just tell me that you wish to use your key on the lock.
I'll
I wish
use
to
the
use
key.
my key.
Gim, you open up the door once again to the hallways of the Order of the Lucid Crescent. And immediately in front of you, you see the bane of your nighttime sleeping habits, the overly bright Borean shard crystal that sits in this small courtyard between rooms.
Very bright.
It's extremely bright to the point where the light comes in through the bottom cracks of the door. These rooms are considered, like the apartment close to the poolside, where all the kids are yelling. Not really ideal real estate. Stuff for the fledgling Order initiate. Also, if you are making reticles and whatnot, please be courteous to others and delete them.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Because everybody can see them. Rena, you are still locked in your room. What do you do?
I don't know. I can't find where my key is.
No, you just have to tell me. I unlock it for you.
Oh,
It's not something. I mean, you can roleplay as if you were rustling around in your pockets. But otherwise, that is an action I control. The poor Rit is just.
I thought I was supposed to go out the door. I don't know.
You could, just explain it as if you were your character. You are free to roam about the halls that are available to you, and look around, and even make conversation with those that you see. Amumu snores the day away, clearly not waking up.
I think he's out for the night.
You know, I did hear him kind of like running around a lot in the evening.
We've all met before. This is our first time meeting.
Real quick, I'm going to pause it as you all are looking around. So, a couple things about Foundry, and just the VTT in general as you explore. First off, to answer Paj's question, you all have seen each other around the Order. You are not forced friends. You are all very aware of each other, but you have not been officially assigned essentially a organized group. But you are assuming that out of most of the initiates in the Order that have been training, you all will most likely be grouped together in your next venture into the Dreaming. Another thing about Foundry VTT is that I love to hide invisible tiles around the canvas, and if you walk over them, it will trigger something private to me, and I will usually pause the game and tell you what horrible, burning, flaming trap you have triggered, or it may just appear under your feet. Now, you all are aware that you are currently in a friendly area, and that you are generally free to roam about and explore. But if you haul ass down a hallway in a dungeon, it is a dangerous situation. You will quickly find yourself crushed by a trapped ceiling or falling into a spiked pit as your token races across the canvas. You may all treat each other as if you are, well, acquaintances. I won't control that. You all gather around the large Borean shard that emanates that persistent aqua light, the light of denying you a good rest.
It's on pause, right?
It's not paused. Oh, also, if you'd like to turn your token, you can left-click your token, and then hold Shift, and then turn your mouse wheel. You don't have to hold your token, you just can click on it to select it. So if you'd like to immerse yourself in the game by adjusting your character angle in the direction you turn, go ahead. Everyone just Borpa spinning in the hallway. Yeah.
This is so new.
It feels like after your training, you have finally awoken from an extremely long dream. You feel sluggish. And, well, all of your stomachs are growling. Hungry.
Is this rock thing in the middle, is it sacred?
I will allow you to roll an Arcana check for me, Paj.
How do I do that?
So open up your character sheet, double-click on yourself, and then your Arcana ability will be one of your attributes. So click on your Attributes tab. And then on the top left-hand side, click Arcana, and then just click Normal. Okay, not bad. With a 19, that tells you this is a cluster of Borean shards. They are crystals, native to Arctis, that can be infused with magical energy. Not just elemental energy, but energies of all concentrated types, and can be used as batteries
Can I break off a piece?
I would not suggest that. But you most certainly can try. You most certainly can.
Pause you hear in your head. Do it. Do
Well,
it.
I could, because I could want to like take a piece, and maybe I could forge it into something. That's what I'm thinking.
Does my longbow need charging every night?
No. You don't have to plug in your longbow, thankfully.
I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I'm gonna ask the supervisor if I can have a piece of this before I break something off.
Are you asking to talk to the manager?
No. We're part of an order.
Can I be
we
the
have somebody.
manager?
We have like a team leader or somebody who's training us.
You do. Although, perhaps it's the fog of the morning that makes their name somewhat hard to remember. Maybe you just need some coffee.
Get the
No,
mess
I'll go
ball.
ahead and do it. I'll be the manager. You lay your hand on it. If you die, I'll eat you.
I give him a sideward glance and I start walking to the kitchen.
I agree with that statement on food. Where is the kitchen?
You remember the kitchen being somewhere in the southwestern part of the order.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Try to find this.
That sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's get some food.
Is this not the door? Anyone have a key for this door?
If you find yourself coming up to a door that is locked, perhaps you can try examining the door or investigating why it may not be accessible to you. Where is that kitchen?
Can I give myself guidance and then check the door?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I do love a self-guidance.
I will definitely check that. So I'll roll one.
All right, add 2 to your next check. Okay. Nice.
12.
A nice simple 12 will tell you that there's a tiny sign that hangs to the left. And as you read it, it has a little arrow. The one pointing to the door says, Main Hall. The one pointing back towards whence you came says, Order Sleeping Quarters. Under it, Kitchen.
I'm standing in front of a door. How do I check it?
You can, my favorite thing is you left click on it, which tells me that you tried to open a door, and if it's trapped, I will explode it in your face. However, if you try to unlock it, yeah, just like that, and you spam chat, please don't spam chat, it will.
Yeah, I clicked it earlier,
be
but
locked.
how do I check it to open it?
You will have to roll an investigation check to see just how it will open.
Is this the door that we need to open?
Now, 1 second, Gim is rolling. Gim, you don't have the key to this door, and there is no sign that tells you what is beyond.
F this door.
Is this the door that I'm in front of?
Sindri, the door says kitchen, and a pleasant smell. It says dining quarters. A pleasant smell wafts from it.
I enter the door.
As you go in, there is a shrouded figure sitting at the table. In front of her, a cup of steaming liquid in a very large mug. She seems to be done up in some sort of intricate mage-like attire with flowing robes, embroidered with crescents and made of fine silks. In her hands, a staff, currently bedecked with crescents on the top. Her face is veiled, but you can still see just the barest hint of a smile underneath.
Is the coffee good today?
It's exquisite.
And I will pour myself a glass.
She pushes your hand away and pours the glass for you. I thought you all were going to sleep forever. By the way, someone back there was snoring.
He's still snoring, by the way. I'm gonna let that sleeping dog lie.
Is there? I ask if there's any ale.
Ale? Isn't it a little bit early to be drinking?
That's what dwarves drink in the
5
morning.
o'clock somewhere.
Gives me some motivation to work.
Oh, forgive me. I forgot I was speaking to a dwarf. Yes. If you wish for some libations, you can request it from the kitchen master to the west. I do not care for such pungent drinks so early in the morn.
I thank him, and I'm going to the kitchen. Kitchen master's not in here, is he?
There is no door there. That is a fireplace. I suggest not walking into it. You all look particularly groggy today. Are you all right? You all stare at her with bags under your eyes. Oh, did you not sleep well?
I'm just thirsty.
Just shaking off a little
Need
bit.
my morning beer.
We'll be all right.
Of course, I'll hold off on our morning meat until proper libations are acquired. She moves to the head of the table.
I'll go to the other side and plump down with my coffee.
Let me see who is jiggling the kitchen door. Macbeth. As you jiggle the handle to the kitchen, you hear behind it very loud clanging of pots and pans. It is quite the din back there.
Which door is it? This one here?
It was. And also, just to let everybody know, if you'd like to ping a location on the map, just left click and hold. Ping, you can ping wherever you want. Ping, ping. Yep. Perfect. It is very useful. Macbeth, as you rattle the doorknob, and you hear the pots and pans clanging about, you hear a very irritated, "Yeah, what do you want?" coming from behind the door.
Who?
The door unlocks and flies open, and a very agitated-looking goblin stands there, his fists on his hips. A chef's hat that seems to be made of a iron gauntlet sits atop his green little head. "It's not breakfast time yet. What are you doing rattling my doors?" "Yeah, I'm talking to you. Don't sit there and gawk at me."
Are we supposed to be polite?
He looks up at you defiantly. "Well, you're not supposed to be rattling the door like, hey, Dill, where's my breakfast? Hey, Dill, you don't got nothing for me. Hey, Dilly, where's my drink? Where are you going? This is my kitchen."
And we all hear
I'm
this.
looking for all these things you just
it
listed
is.
off.
It is very loud. "Really, what happened to a little bit of patience?" "All right, go nuts. Eat a raw potato. See if I care."
I'm a dragon.
"Oh yeah, everybody go in the kitchen. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, everybody's a fucking chef now. I'll go take a break. Yeah, see ya."
Hey,
All right. Well, if he's out of
I'm
here,
outta
I
there.
find the pots, pans, stove, and I start whipping up some breakfast for the whole crew.
All right, Macbeth. Make me a sleight of hand check.
All right. If I figured out what that is.
Go ahead and double-click your character to open your character sheet. Any sort of skill check will be an attribute, so click on your attributes tab, and then sleight of hand, since it's all alphabetical, will be towards the bottom. Just click sleight of hand, or
Looking for
yeah.
sleight of hand.
Yep,
Yeah.
sleight of hand, and then click normal.
Sleight of hand says dexterity +1, 11.
Click the normal button to roll it into chat.
All right. Normal. Gotcha.
Okay. You begin expertly, cutting and chopping the things on the table. You don't manage to cut your fingers off in the process, but cooking is a multi-step skill, and it takes more than just a deft blade and a neatly chopped salad to make the party happy. You will be working at this for a little bit, Macduff. The elf that is currently sitting in the meeting room with the rest of you is holding her, what you think is tea, in her hand, looking a little bit shocked at the outburst coming from the kitchen. Oh dear. Now, you know Dill doesn't like to be rushed.
I think we gotta fend for ourselves, guys.
Well, now that he's gone and gotten offended, you might just have to. I hope you do enjoy half-cooked dough and slightly burnt stew.
I'm pretty certain I could help us with that if need be.
Well, I am starving, and I don't want to begin talking about work before having a proper meal. We all need to be taken care of. Gim, as you are moving about over there, you see Dill, and I will make his name shown for everybody, since he has yelled it out. He's currently sulking behind the corner, his arms folded across his chest. He's kicking rocks on the cobblestone. He glances up at you as you come around the corner, Gim.
I want to apologize to him for my coworker. He has living in the wild, doesn't have very good manners.
Yeah, I can tell he's in there, rooting around like he owns the place. Yet, listen, next time I would love to find out where he works so I can come in and do his job for him. Oh, wait, he works here. I know where he sleeps.
All right, I'll let you know when he goes to bed.
That would be pretty great. Maybe I'll put a double shot in your next, morning latte if you get my drift.
Thank you, Dill, and I apologize again for my silly coworker.
Yeah, well, you know what would be the best apology in the world is if he got the hell out of my kitchen. Get him out of there.
All right, give me a few minutes.
Kitchen invaders this early in the morning. God, the absolute bullshit I've got to deal with. Macduff is currently making questionable breakfast. Macduff, what are you making?
For some reason now his push to talk isn't working, so that's awesome.
Far too concentrated on
that.
the cooking rolls.
Did you mean to come out?
Yeah, he did.
All right.
They kicked him out, he said.
All right, he left. I'm not sure what he did to your kitchen, Dill, but you might want to go check it out.
My God, every day is a new mild inconvenience. Hey! Get out of here! Chase! He slams the door in Macduff's face. Who cut these sardines? You hear loudly from the kitchen.
All right, Macduff, I know you're hungry, but go sit your ass down at the table.
Is his mic totally busted?
I'm guarding the entrance to the dining room so no one goes out.
Okay. All right, Macbeth seems to have... Rena, can you give me an update on the microphone? Will he be able to continue playing with us today?
Yeah, his mic's not working for some reason.
Ooh,
No,
just
he's
double
mad.
check all the inputs and stuff. But I'm going to skip ahead because I'm not going to dally on, unfortunately, Macbeth's mic. And also before I will allow Macbeth into session 2, I will require that his mic issues are 100% resolved. You re-enter the dining room. Your elven friend, peering at you quizzically. Did you manage to calm Dill down? He seemed to be quite incensed on what seems to be yet again another intrusion on his kitchen. He's very protective of that area, you know?
Yeah, I talked to him. I'm gonna help him stop people coming to visit him unannounced.
Yes, well, he's very proud of his work. And anyone just coming in and thinking they can do a better job than him, well, I could see the offense. It's very bold. She sniffs and takes a slow, long sip of her drink. As the GM almost chokes on her LaCroix. Well, considering that breakfast is mildly stalled, why don't we have our morning meeting? She looks around at all of you. Why are you all giving me such a glassy-eyed, slack-jawed stare like you've never seen me before? Come on now.
I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not fuzzy on all of the memory details.
Oh. Well, I didn't think we were training that hard, but yes, minor and temporary, forgetting of memories can be a side effect to, she leans forward slightly, poorly executed dream exploration. She leans back in her chair. Your last training session didn't go entirely that well. Although you all just seemed exhausted at the end, I didn't think it would cause such a daze. Well, the only thing we can do is try and jog your memories. Why don't we go around the table and you can introduce yourself to each other? And I'm sure the camaraderie will come flowing back.
Okay, well...
She gestures at Sindri. Why don't you begin, Sindri?
Well, you guys might not know, but I am Sindri. And I have a very interesting lineage. My family is all mind mages. We can do magic with our minds, and even talk to people in your head.
A useful skill.
Yeah, it's kind of why I was drawn here. Apparently, if my memory goes back far enough, I think some of my ancestors took part in this order.
She nods. Yes, I do believe that is the case. Yes, very good. See, just talking it out and, just airing it out jogs the memory a little bit. Good job, Sindri. Macbeth, please, can you temporarily get off the table? I find it very rude to have feet near my coffee in the morning. Now, Gim, why don't you reintroduce yourself to your friends?
Hi, my name is Gim. I like to make things. I believe making things is the best way to help people. I'm searching while learning how to craft. I was feeling the want to come out here. The fire told me to come out here. I'm also looking for my father. He's been missing since I was born. I don't like no nonsense. I'm pretty no nonsense. So let's try to work together good. Thanks.
Elitha nods. Very good, Kim. And I do hope your nightmares of your father's absence are subsiding. Raffaella, why don't you, reintroduce yourself to your friends?
My name is Raffaella. I go by Raffi. I feel at home around dead people, ghosts, if you will. I am trying to learn as much as I can about the world and also looking for lost treasures and knowledge.
Elitha nods at Raffaella. And what a better way to seek knowledge than to even delve into the minds of someone that has experienced something through a different pair of eyes. A fascinating and remarkable feeling. And I'm glad that you could join us, Raffaella. Now, Montgomery, you come to us from the depths of Arctis, no?
Indeed, I do. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Van T.
I was kind of where I am now, actually, to this here order. A few years ago, kind of had a tough thing happen in life, and I needed help. I couldn't sleep. The nightmares just kept coming back. So I appreciated the help y'all did. So I'm here to help kind of restore balance back to those that need it. Kind of pay it forward.
She nods. And we do appreciate all of the work that you do and have done. And I hope as a dreamwalker you have a long and prosperous existence ahead of you. Thank you, Montgomery, for answering the call.
Much appreciated for what y'all did. So happy to help.
I shall take a moment to reintroduce myself as well. I am Elitha Dreamwalker. I hail from the region of Ysir and have trained in ways of high magic. After honing my skills for a extended period of time at various colleges, I've decided to take an entirely different academic approach. I've dedicated myself to the Moon Sages and the Order of the Lucid Crescent. I will do whatever it is in my power to guide you all safely through the dreamscape. Today, it should be announced that you all, including your oversleeping companion, will form our next official order or sect, and we'll dive into very particular areas of the dreaming together. You may ask, but how? With a physical body such as you have, how do you traverse the minds of others? And she taps herself on the chest. And that is where I come in. Your natural affinity to the dream, and my guidance will allow you to walk within another's mind, manifest. But it will take all of my power to keep it stable. As you have learned in your various teachings throughout the Order. Disrupting the sanctity of the dream, or destroying it, is not a part of our goal as this Order. We merely temper these nightmares and weaken them to the extent where the sleeper or the dreamer can conquer them themselves. She takes a sip. Once your official indoctrination into the Order has begun, all of you and myself will work as a tight-knit team, and I will be your constant companion. If there is anything that you need of me while you are within these halls, or if you have any questions, I am at your beck and call. For we live to serve and to heal the minds of others.
How would you like to be called? Should you be called teacher, or should we just call you Aletha? What would you like us to call you?
Oh dear, no. She leans forward. You all can call me Ellie.
All right, Ellie.
Thank you. Well, amongst friends, I despise formality. But you all look so terribly exhausted. I do know I've gotten you up very early for this, but I do have to remind you it is your ceremony day, and I hope you have, well, presentable attire? She looks around at all of you.
I'm wearing my presentable attire. And I am wearing like a school uniform, and I do look done up.
Well, at least Sidri came prepared, but the rest of you look like you're going to, well, either burn your sigil to dust, or, I don't know, shoot an arrow at it. It's a time for celebration, not war.
This armor only comes off when I'm dead.
No wonder why you're all exhausted. You sleep in armor. Well, as Aletha is talking, let's see. 1 second. Dill comes back in. Anybody hungry for breakfast? He places on the table a large plate of stacked sausages. And it's just sausages, stacked as high as you could possibly physically conceive of without them all toppling over. And then to the side, he has plated some salad that has been chopped in a very strange way. Almost too finely. Well, we had an attack on sardines earlier, so I had to make some Caesar. But it's like a slaw, I guess. So, enjoy?
And a mage hand picks a sausage up and brings it to me, and I start eating it.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, cool. Carry on.
All right.
I grab a couple of sausages and start eating.
Ellie seems to pick at the salad a little bit.
My
Ellie,
guy, as politely as possible, removes most of the top of the sausages.
Ellie, let me just stop you before you get into the salad.
What's wrong?
No, nothing's wrong with the salad, but no good story starts with a salad.
I fear
Lactose
that you...
intolerant, and then they use ranch?
You, Dragonborn, are influencing that goblin's cooking habits. He shifted so sharply towards meat. She sniffs the salad. Well, you're right. She grabs a sausage.
You can't. It's always going to be boring if you eat the salad. You gotta have fun. Live a little.
I just know if I cram a few of these sausages down my gullet, I'm not going to be able to fit into my robes.
You don't have that problem. That will never be a problem for you.
She laughs around, shoveling a couple of sausages into her mouth. Oh, Gim, did you require more drink? Knock softly.
I knock on the door.
Softly.
Softly.
Now that's now that's better. Hey, what can I get for you today? Gim, yeah?
Yeah, thanks, Dill. I just wanted a pitcher of ale and like 6 glasses.
Oh, right. It's your sigil having day. That's right. Oh, I did have a little special something. Where is it? You hear him digging around, throwing pots and pans everywhere. Clang, 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 clang. Ah! Here it is. He wheels over, and it sounds like roll, 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 a small pony keg. It is too large for him to carry. Hey, give me a hand with this, will ya? Listen, if you tap this one's got, he leans over, Feronian honey ale.
I give a big smile and say, "Thank you, Dill," and pick up the keg.
Watch out, it's a little spicy, those, Feronian bees. They tend to come with a little kick. Enjoy! He gives you the pony keg, which, I'm looking at your strength, is more than reasonable for you to carry back to your friends. Oh, you just carry the keg. I'll bring the cups for you, Gim. I don't want you to drop anything.
Thanks, Dill.
Don't worry about it.
I put the keg on the table.
The keg is placed on the table next to the slowly disappearing pile of sausages. Ah, right, so you guys do like my breakfast. After all, I thought if you were gonna make your own, you weren't gonna eat what I cooked for you.
We'll eat anything.
Still,
Yeah.
your cooking is always good.
I
Thank
Dill
you.
and I offer him my knuckles.
He fist bumps you. Yeah, that's the stuff. All right, now let's get this keg cracked. Aleth's shaking her head. No, Dill, they have to be proper for ceremony, not belching like morons. What do you guys say? Burping during ceremony, or
Can I tap the keg? Or does
Yeah.
Dill have to do it?
no? You could feel free and tap it.
I tap the
I'm
keg.
definitely drinking.
Start pouring cups, passing them around.
You gotta loosen yourself up a little bit, Ellie. Come on.
It's not me that I'm worried about. It's the rest of the Order thinking you're a bunch of drunkards. But forgive me, Gim, I know the morning ale is a dwarven practice, and yes, I do imbibe on some morning wine sometimes, but...
One glass. Come on, Ellie, just one glass.
Fine. Please, enjoy yourselves. Oh, who am I to deny you such a simple pleasure?
They need to see the real us.
Burps and all, I suppose.
Host needs a drink too.
I
The-
pour everybody a glass and hold it up for everyone to toast.
I lift it up with my mage hand.
Ah, a toast. Why don't we toast, and when we do toast, toast to a memory? Since we're having a little bit of trouble recalling Perhaps one of your greatest accomplishments? She lifts the glass to Montgomery. You had already mentioned that, well, becoming a part of the Order was one of your greatest accomplishments. Will you be cheersing for the Order?
I pick up a mug. I always sit here and raise a glass when everyone wants to raise a glass. I don't see a reason not to.
She nods and clinks your cup together. And what of you, Sindri? What will you be celebrating today?
I kind of move my wings from in front of my chest and reveal my pendant, and I go, I'll be celebrating finding this, which, when I found it, it kind of unlocked my powers, and which brought me here, so this little thing is the sole reason I'm here. Seems like a good reason to celebrate.
Elitha nods. And you, Gim, I hear that dwarves always have something to cheer about. At least when it comes to alcohol.
And that you can never not pass up on good ale. And this is to meeting new friends and to our cook who's feeding us well.
Oh, hey, that's me. Nice. And what of you, Macbeth? What do you wish to hunt today?
Hunt or celebrate? I hunt dead things, but I'll celebrate anything, and I'll drink at any time. I fist bump everybody, round the table.
Oh, I do appreciate a good fist bumping, yes. She awkwardly bumps fists back with you. Oh, very good.
I have claws too, so.
Ooh.
Hey, Macbeth, next time you're hungry, let me know before you go invading people's kitchens. We could get a better meal faster.
Nonsense, I could have cooked better than that.
Ellie slides Raffaella a full glass of ale. And what of you, Raffaella? What will you be celebrating today?
I would like to toast my genie, Amara. Then I would also like to say a toast to those who wish me well, and all the rest can go to hell.
Ah.
Agreed. The glasses are clinked together around the table, and the ale is consumed with a round of very mighty belching. Dill leaves, returning to the kitchen. Do you all continue to drink the morning away and share stories around the table?
I will have 2.
Ellie will also pour another glass. Oh, why not?
So I have a question. So is my metabolism, can I just like drink the whole keg and not get drunk?
You are a normal humanoid, so you would have a regular metabolism, unless you are perhaps some sort of undead being.
Oh no, I'm alive.
But no, you can very much get hammered. And with this strong and slightly heady honey ale, you can quickly find yourself inebriated. Dwarven ale does not mess around.
That's right.
I have 1 glass.
Ellie
I pour
downs
him
hers.
another one.
Oh, this is quite good. I didn't actually think Dilly had anything prepared for you all. It's honestly quite nice.
I think with the dwarf here, he was a little prepared.
If there's one person he has to impress at this table with his alcohol, it it would definitely be the discerning palate of Gim.
Well, Mumu is gonna miss out on this, so I'm gonna drink his share too.
And that, I feel, is entirely fair. He gets to sleep in, and you get your share of the ale. Now, we've got a little bit of ale under our belts and some sausage in our belly. Let's talk about what we're going to do today. First off, your ceremony of the sigil will occur once the stars rise in the night sky. So you have most of, well, the day to yourselves. You can feel free to have the day to enjoy. I just ask that you do not show up to the ceremony entirely shit-faced. You'll find that the Order has many places for you to rest and relax. Soaking pools or a quiet library to read. If the ale does not quench your thirst, then your thirst for knowledge must be quenched. There are books and libraries. If you
Do
wish
you have
to...
an armory or a smith or something I can go to?
Absolutely. Well, we do have our weaponry area, but our moon sages are not very well equipped. She looks down at her staff. You may find our armory to be somewhat meager, but we do have the basics, in case you misplace a sword or hammer, or loose a string in your bow. If you wish to take a walk and feel the chill of the air on your skin, you may do so. In fact, we have a beautiful, lovely cliffside view. Just don't throw yourself off the waterfall to the north. You will see other moon sages and other members of the Order wandering around, and feel free to say hello to them. Everyone here should be very friendly. Keep an eye out for anyone coming in that looks like they are in need of assistance. Remember, most of the natives of Arctis see us as something akin to field doctors or trauma surgeons of the mind. We are a respected profession. And if you sully your own name, well, that's on you. She takes one last long drink of her ale and belches loudly. Oh.
That was a good one, Ellie.
Thank you. I do feel very good. Now, after the ceremony of the sigil, we will officially gift you with... she pulls from inside her robes a medallion that she wears. And it looks like a crescent moon. And the crescent is on its side. And it almost looks like a shut eye, as opposed to a crescent. But there are daggers coming off of the eyelashes
Take that,
of the
come back
crescent.
here. She's not. Get back inside. We're not done yet.
In the middle of the morning meeting. Do you have to use the restroom? Do you have the shits?
The fucking alcohol gave me the shits, but I can hold it for a minute.
All right, well, as long as you're not going to mess yourself on the table, I do ask that during the meeting you respect the time of others and remain seated. Your life may depend on it. Now, this sigil, after you receive it, will officially induct you into the Order. And we will begin training you on entering the dreamscape. She looks at everyone. Do you all have any questions for me, sleepyheads, or are you going to sashay about and drink the day away? Oh, forgive me if I sound judgmental. I'm not judgmental, I just have to work.
I don't have any questions right now.
I'm gonna go look for your armory. I'll be back for the ceremony.
All right. Very well. Go on now. Use the water closet. Don't shit yourself on the way out. Once the morning light hits, the main doors to the halls should open.
Excuse me, can you tell me where I can find the library?
Oh, yes. We do have a smaller place where you can read, just directly north of us. Very close to where you were sleeping, Raffaella. In the
Thank
room
you.
to the south. If you need the keys to the library, it's oh, did you forget the passcode?
I did, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Apparently, it's been one of those mornings. The passcode is Snowflake. Just
Oh,
whisper
thank
it.
you for the
Just
reminder.
whisper it at the door, and it will open for you.
Ellie, if you don't mind, which direction was it to the reflection pools again?
The reflection pools. Let's see. The reflection pools are directly north of us. I don't think they are currently being occupied or being utilized for any sort of dream searching, so go on, have at it. Just make sure to knock politely and ensure that you're not disturbing anyone's dream venture.
Much appreciated, thank you.
Of course. If you all need anything else, or perhaps have a question about inaccessible areas of the Order, I'll be here.
Ellie, will you always be in this dining room? Or if you go somewhere else, where can we find you?
Oh, I tend to wander about a little bit, but if you need me, my room is to the northwest. There's a little sign on it. It says Ellie.
Oh, one more question. Is this a tower, or are we like just a building?
It's a very large building, but it has multiple like structures above. It is like a very tall mansion, like castle,
Okay.
but not like a conical tower. No.
Okay. But it's still like early morning because everything is still dark outside.
Actually, the light is just starting to come up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to miss that meeting. I seem to be stuck in a small room with no door.
I see you stuck in a room. It does have a door, but you seem to be stuck.
I knock on this door.
As you raise your knuckles to knock on the door, it appears to unlock.
I'm gonna knock on the door that I'm standing in front of.
Okay, 1 second. Actually, I have to zoom out because you all are in very different places. Sindri, I see where you are. You knock on the door, but there's no answer. This door is actually unlocked. 1 second. The shitter. Behold,
Gonna need that.
the shit can. You find a loo.
I say hi to. I ask this little sprite what's her name.
Ahem. Hello? Oh, sorry, hold on one second.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
What, are you gonna just sit in there and stare at me?
Oh, what's your name? I was trying to figure out. I'm just meeting new people here today.
What? You know my name, Gim. My name's Penelope.
Oh, I'm sorry, Penelope. I've had a bad dream last night. I'm having trouble remembering things.
Did you hit yourself on the head? Do you have a boo-boo?
No, I'm not in pain. Maybe I just drank too much. I don't know.
You smell like honey ale.
It's good. If you want some, there's still some in the dining room.
No thanks. Last time I had that stuff. You know what? I'm not gonna talk about that.
Well, you're missing out. Change your mind. Just talk to Dill. He has the good stuff.
Dill's been holding out on me. I'm gonna stab him.
Well, if you stab him, that's the reason why he's holding out on you. You gotta be nice to people.
I'm gonna stab him.
Please don't.
At least stab him nicely, like in his pinky finger or something. We still want to make food.
I'm gonna buzz in his ear when he's sleeping.
Penelope flies off.
Oh no. Thanks, Sindri.
I mean, if she wants to stab him, she should be able to.
Talk to the statue?
The statue looks down at you. It is slightly ephemeral, and as you reach out and touch him, he's kind of like semi-materialized. There's a yielding in the air. It feels strange.
Greetings, initiate.
Did it just say something? Raffi, what did this thing say?
I don't know. I heard a rumble.
You got a name, statue?
No. You may call me what you wish.
How come every time I walk away you say something?
He just stares down at you. I'm just watching you all kind of walk around the map.
Can I cast a light in this hallway?
Sure. You also should be able to, if you cast light from your spellbook, it should give you a little placeable light source that you can put down if you want. Oh, actually, it didn't. I will make it for you. 20-foot radius dim light. Okay, so big fucking radius light. So bright light, 20-foot radius, dim light, 20 foot. What color light do you want to make it?
I'll make it green.
Oh, hell yeah, green. Alright, Sindri, you cast a bright green light down that hallway. The hall ends in a simple and small painting. The painting seems to depict fluffy clouds in a darkened night sky filled with stars. It's very dreamscapey.
Can I check to see if it's magical?
Sure. Do you have any sort of detect magic?
I was gonna do an Arcana check.
Sure. Go ahead and roll for me. All right, 22.
Minus the 2.
Right,
That was, I think, the old guidance roll.
not a problem. The painting is not magical. It seems to be perfect for filling the empty space, though.
Okay.
I asked this moon sage what their name is.
The moon sage clears his throat. My name is Theodore.
My name is Gim Theodore. I have a question. Why are all these doors locked to the outside?
Theo points to that door. Well, further beyond that door, you'll find some of our leaders' areas. The moon sages that tackle the more dangerous nightmares and problems tend to spend a little bit more time planning their plan of attack. And such, some of the areas of the order are sealed off to initiates.
What about these doors down south here?
Oh, those are just the front door. Did you wish to go for a walk?
I did.
He goes to the doors and produces a couple of sets of keys. You are not a prisoner here. Go on.
Raph, you want to go see what's outside?
Yeah, let's go.
The map does end there, so you will have to meander about the proper area. The surrounding courtyard is closed off. Are you guys, I'm gonna actually pause it, as you all are walking around the outside of the courtyard. In the first light, the east side rooms do have windows, and you are able to peek in and steal a glance at whatever is inside. As you are walking past, very clearly snooping, there is a small, emaciated goblin woman sitting in a large plush sky blue chair. She is joined by another moon sage, and they seem to be engaging in conversation.
Can we hear them?
You can make me a perception check if you'd like to hear what they're discussing.
Yes, I would like that.
The windows are unfortunately shut, muffling most of the noise coming from within.
Oh well, we'll keep walking.
It is a very cold day, and it threatens to snow. Gim, as you are walking closer to the edge of the property, you begin to hear the sound of loudly rushing water.
I look around to see where the water is coming from.
The sound of the water is coming from the north.
What is this
I think it's
shiny
over
light
here,
thing?
Gim.
You hear that water, Raffy?
Yeah,
Gim,
it
the
looks like there's a waterfall over here.
shiny light is coming from a tombstone. And the tombstone, just below it, has a single crystal placed on it in some sort of offering or effigy. The crystal is glowing with the blue light.
There's no writing or anything?
The gravestone is so old that the writing has worn away.
Is it magical?
The light that the crystal is emanating would certainly, at first glance, look like it is magical. But how magical and what it does, you do not know.
Alright, Raffy, I'm not messing with no graves.
I love ghosts.
Alright. You see if you can talk to him, or see what's here. I'll watch it. but I ain't touching it.
Montgomery, what are you doing?
I got distracted on the way to the reflection pools, and I was just staring off at this lovely bit of nature outside.
Gim and Rafi, you both come to the edge of the, the property. There are windows that you can peer inside. Gim, there is a shut door in front of you.
I knock on it.
No one responds.
Hey, Gim. There's
A goblin,
dude
like,
in this room.
pokes her head out a window. You see her exit the office she's in. And the door
Think we're in
opens.
trouble, Gim.
I asked.
She pushes you out. What
I
are
asked him her
you doing? What? The goblin woman looks up at you. Or it feels like she's looking down at you with the condescending stare that she is giving you.
I ignore the condescending stare and ask her what her name is.
I'm Seer Eka. Did you forget me so soon? Perhaps I should give you another lesson to remember. Are you lost, little dwarf? Perhaps bumbling over in the area of the order that you do not belong in. You come.
I'm just having a look around. Don't need to get offended.
You come knocking on this door. You are obviously wishing an answer, and Eka is here.
I was just curious of what was going on back here and what that light over there in that grave was about.
Curious little dwarf. Wait until your initiation ceremony, and then you can roam these halls in your clangy clang armor and your boisterously swingy mace. Until then, shut up!
She shuts the door in your face and locks it.
What's her name again, Raffi? All her yelling, I forgot.
I don't know either. I got pushed so far out the door. My head's still swimming.
Well, whatever her name was, we'll probably see her again.
I'm sure she'll make sure that we remember it.
Sindri, as you go over towards the waterfall, it is unbearably loud, but you see the water coursing down into a massive river below.
That's just on the outside, like over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of stay outside and watch the view.
All right.
Hey, Montgomery, if you go outside to the right, don't knock on that one door. There's an angry goblin in there. Can't remember her name, but she's very feisty and very angry.
Yeah, don't knock on the door. You'll be sorry.
Far be it from me, but I'd be a little upset too if you forgot my name. So I kind of understand.
Well, we did start off the day with some alcohol, and that's just not normal for me.
As I'm leaving back here, I cast Mage Hand to knock on the door and do a ding dong ditch.
1 second. You use Mage Hand to knock on the door? Okay.
Yep.
You feel eyes on you watching your ding-dong ditch as you go across and disappear around the corner. Oh, it's Montgomery.
Like, that's why are you in the bush?
Were you eating somebody over there?
Talking to me?
I said, dwarf, go away. Oh, what? Oh, it's you, the Vonti. Hello, Vonti.
Oh, good morning to you. Sorry if my wandering around here disturbed you. I was just trying to take a moment to myself.
Yes, well, I wasn't expecting for so many knocking on the door in the morning so early. Tell me, why are you here?
I just came around the pathway. I was just trying to have a moment to myself. This mornings are.
Then why did you knock?
always fast as well.
With the knocking?
Terrible sorry. I didn't knock on your door. I just
Somebody
arrived.
knocked. I very clearly heard a knocking.
Must have been whoever was just here before me. Well, who was that? Sundry, I think?
Ensure it does not happen again.
The door shuts. You see Eka reappear in
Good
her
morning
room.
to yourself, too.
The goblin leaves. You return to gazing over the cliff.
Ellie, I got a question.
One second. Sorry, there's like 6 of you to keep track of over here. I will pause it as I am engaging with game. Of course, game. Ellie is cleaning up the cups that you all left unceremoniously on the table. What is it?
Sorry for the mess, but what? Is there something to all these goblins that work in this place? Do they have the ability to, they're strongly to go into the dream? Or I just don't understand why there's so many goblins here.
Well, some of the goblins actually work here. They do us quite a favor by ensuring that you and others of the Order are properly fed and clothes mended, and, well, they are caretakers and quite good at it. But there's another goblin here, Seer Eka, and Eka is considered to be a little touched. She has visions and portents and callings from the future, not always clear, but always unerringly accurate. Doesn't seem like something that she can willingly manifest. She just starts speaking in tongues, writing strange symbols. She's a curious one, but also a very powerful moon sage. And she says that long ago, that goblins and the Fae were closer, that even goblins were Fae. Can you believe such a ridiculous notion? A fairy related to a goblin. But
I don't believe that, but people have the right to believe what they want.
well, Eka believes that ancient tie between fairy and goblin is what gives her her powers, if they were only a bit more reliable. However, when she does dream, it is vivid and it is strong. Did you have any
Thank
other
you.
questions about the denizens of the Order?
Nope, that answered my pertinent questions. Thank you again.
Of course. I see Sindri in the alleyway to the west. I see.
Don't mind me. I'm playing OCD. I need to clear off the map.
Sindri's trying to clear off the map. I swear to God, I should have put some sort of horrible death trap back there. I see Raffaella currently with Penelope. Raffaella, there is a soot sprite hovering near this Borean shard. She has mint green hair and skin like onyx. her tiny little fairy wings buzz behind her. She looks like a little dragonfly almost. However, she seems to be agitated.
Can I talk to her?
Of course.
Hello, Penelope.
Hi, Raffy.
What's wrong, Penelope?
Somebody put their fingerprints all over the Borean shard again.
Do you want
Oh,
me
that
to
was
clean
me.
them off?
I'm
She-
sorry, Penelope. What would you like me to do?
Why would you touch it?
I'm a curious dwarf. I wanted to see what it was.
She begins scrubbing at the shard.
We
Can I
have
help
to
her?
keep the order clean.
Yeah.
Oh, now you want to help? Here, have a sponge.
She hands you a sponge.
I start cleaning it.
The sponge is comically tiny for your hand. It is about the size of a penny.
Oh.
Well, start cleaning.
You got anything bigger, or is there a cleaning closet?
She looks down at the sponge. The sponge, as you look at your hand now, it is actually a large sponge. Very large. In fact, it's like the size of a skateboard.
All right.
There.
I start polishing the crystal.
You and Penelope get to work, polishing the crystal. Make me
That's what she
make me a sleight of hand check, please. Let's see if you get all the fingerprints. Okay. All right, let's just crit the cleaning check.
Oh, wow, you got them all. All right, you're forgiven.
Sorry again, Penelope.
She winks at you as she flies off.
Hey, Raffy, I'm gonna take a nap. You get me before the ceremony?
I don't know how you can sleep in there with that snoring, but sure.
I'm a dwarf. I can sleep through anything.
All right, you both return to your rooms for a brief moment of respite. Sindri, what are you up to?
I'm just kind of exploring. Just kind of seeing what's around in the order.
Ellie walks out of the kitchen area. Oh, did you want to see the reflecting pools?
Sure, I'd love to.
Let's be quiet. I do believe there's a moon sage inside there consulting with someone. If you be very quiet, they may allow us to watch. She opens the door just enough for you all to kind of press your heads together and peek in. A moon sage is standing on a glowing dais, and he's talking to a small owl folk. The owl folk is sitting in the water, submerged up to his waist. His eyes are closed, and it looks like he's in some sort of meditative trance.
What are they doing?
It looks like they're just now starting on, well, the moon sage takes a moment to feel the overall emotional well-being of the subject, the flow of the water around him, helps him get kind of a more accurate resonation of his current emotional well-being. It's almost like a conduit.
Okay, and what does that do?
When a moon sage first gets an idea of the subject's emotional state, it starts to give him an idea of how he can approach a problem. You see, everybody that comes here for a very specific purpose, in order to dispatch or to temper down a memory of fear or agony, of horror, something that they wish to put behind them, but without some sort of sense of how to approach the problem. Why, you would just be going in blind. These things, they take time and a lot of practice, but as we search just their emotional state, it is less intrusive than merely sifting through decades and decades of memories. We also take a more traditional approach, conversation.
Okay. I think I understand.
Consider it a type of therapy. Those with smaller mental maladies, small nightmares or skeletons in their closet, can sometimes deal with their own issues with just merely some moral support. Others require outside assistance, lest they potentially cross over into our realm. Nightmares so strong that they are not just a risk to the dreamer, but to the entire material world. She shuts the door. We should leave them be. As he gets into more of the questions, it may seem like we're prying.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that.
The Moon Sage also throws Macbeth out, as he has been splashing around in the pond. Elitha clears her throat. Try not to disturb a doctor when he's practicing.
After who?
We can watch the entire exchange, perhaps through a window, but I'm sure you have other things to do, other things on your mind.
I'm probably gonna watch.
All right, Sindri, you peer through the window and watch this curious mind soothsaying occur. Montgomery, Raffi, Gim, what are you all doing?
I was
I
just
just came
relaxing
out of
in
my
the
room.
I heard stuff and the people moving around the hallway. That's why I came out.
Yep, same.
You see Montgomery walking quickly down the hallway.
Oh, hello again.
Hello.
What you up to, Montgomery?
Just wondering if, uh-oh.
Raffi, you opened that door. It is actually unlocked.
I didn't mean to.
No, it is
Brushed
unlocked.
up against it slightly.
Oh, it's okay.
What, the one to the outside?
Mm-hmm. The door opens into the western part of the cliff that overlooks the massive waterfall. The sound of raging water comes from the north. You leave Macbeth out there to his own devices?
Yeah, he's outside.
Is there a way to knock gently on the door to this end of the pools?
You can knock. Do you knock softly?
Yes.
Unfortunately, Montgomery, no one answers. Seems that there is no one on that side of the pools. Gim, you have entered the shitter.
I realized that after I went inside.
Well, I
Actually
guess
still
there's
looking
nowhere
for the
to sit
shitter.
there.
Macbeth, to this day, still looking for the shitter.
Surprised he hasn't gone in a bush.
I'm feeling much more energized after my walk around the campus, so I think I'm ready to move forward with the rest of my day, if everyone else is.
I'm good too.
I am good as well.
All right.
Hey, Montgomery, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Don't touch this crystal. Penelope gets real mad. Let everybody else know.
I'll do my best to let people know not to do that. I'm guessing you didn't get that piece you were looking for?
Montgomery, you see a green-haired fairy with a small dagger come out of the room, threaten you with the dagger, and disappear back into the room.
Oh,
As Gim says, Penelope doesn't like it when somebody touches the crystal. It was cute, but threatening.
I'll make no mind of my own to make enemies with the fairy. They do right by me, I do right by them.
Oh, hello, Rafi.
Hello. Do you know how much longer until we need to be at the ceremony?
My wife, the morning has just begun. Do you wish to, well, perhaps take a rest and wait until the night comes?
is that what we're waiting for? Nightfall?
The ceremony will begin at first starlight.
I'm going to my room to sleep until then.
You've all taken a pretty significant amount of time to wander around the campus or I shouldn't say campus, but the stronghold, to see the various sights, the massive waterfall to the north, the reflecting pools, where moon sages were beginning to heal the troubled minds of others, the kitchen, currently housing a cantankerous goblin, and a very mysterious, Eastern Hall, where another moon sage was seeing to a young goblin, emaciated and thin. And what sort of mental malady may be afflicting these poor creatures of Arctis? We will hopefully find out. As for now, we will call today's session completed. As you all have gotten used to the session, I don't want to fill your heads with too much information. You have met some key NPCs. You have gotten your bearings around the Order of the Lucent Crescent, and you know your general purpose. And now with magic item in hand, and perhaps new and enthused vigor, we will re-pick up the session, not next week, because Rena will be out, but the week after. as you are formally introduced into the Order of the Lucent Crescent, and you will delve into your first dream. And you will all experience combat in Foundry VTT for the first time. So keep in mind that when you go into a dream, they are not all combat sequences. And when you do enter a dream, you can bring things out with you. I'm not talking mundane, boring things. You're not going to exit with like 27 longswords. But you'll be able to collect
Rena.
Emotionally crystallized essence of the defeated nightmares that you've done. Or, excuse me, that you've tempered. And if you bring them to the Fae Penelope, she can create something out of the emotional energy that you bring back. Well, sometimes it will be the nightmares themselves that harness this, or excuse me, hold this energy. Sometimes you will find it, like currency. But only for those who can, well, find it. Did you all enjoy the session? Did you all enjoy getting to know each other and Arctis and your new friend, Ellie Dreamwalker?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and I love Penelope.
Penelope will stab you, B stabs C. She's just tiny, she's a little firecracker. And I can't wait till you all interact with her more.
What's up with Dill's
You just said that she
gauntlet on his
dabs.
head?
Oh, I'm sorry, what was up with Dill's
No,
what?
not stabs. Dabs. Dabs is different than stabs.
Stabs is different than stabs.
The gauntlet that's on like Dill's head.
Listen, he's a serious chef, and that big cooking brain of his has to be protected. A simple cloth hat will not do. It has to be metal. Both practical and shows his station.
Might have to make him something better.
Also, I do want to include Hudat for next session and your induction ceremony into the order. And if you all, if you decide, I don't like the order, I want to leave, you may. You can just walk out that front door. But there may be a lot of things you miss in the process. I'm very glad you all joined me today for some D&D. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. These the first sessions are always a learning session. I do a lot of things that will make you walk around and learn how to use your token, roll basic abilities, and before getting you into combat where things are a little bit more fast-paced and you want to take your turns knowing what you're going to do next. So since we're going to have a week break between sessions, take some time, learn your character sheets, make sure you know what you're capable of, and don't overextend yourself. And hopefully, when you get into your first combat, you do not die, because death is permanent, and I don't want any of you to perish. If you do,
level 5.
and until level 5, and then you're free to totally just die. So that's it for today. I will let you all go. I will probably be on for keys later, but otherwise, thank you for the introductory session, and I hope to see you all in 2 weeks with Hudat for some dream slaying. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Good.
That sounds wonderful.
Apparently, Boom got beta.
Oh, well.
Of course he would.
Of course
Yeah,
he
of course
did.
Boom would get beta. Like,
Of course.
oh.
Let's give it to the guy that can't use it. Perfect.
Yeah, like, come on, guys.
Oh my god, the man's got like 500 ping. What is he gonna do? Alright, anywho, I'll let you all go. You are free from my influence, and I hope to hear all of your exciting character stories next session. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Thank you, Nadina.
Thank you
Later.
guys.
Good night, everybody.
I'll see you later.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining me today for some Arctis. Greatly appreciate. This is our new campaign. This is my my WoW raiding guild. And I really, really wanted to play D&D, so I was like, yeah, let's do a Friday campaign. Why not? We'll give these guys some fun stuff to bumble about in, and we'll see what kind of shenanigans they get up to. I'm looking forward to this. So we were short one player. I want to make sure everybody's here for next session, because it's also important that our new player doesn't get just thrown into everything willy-nilly. But it was good. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.